Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is now right around the corner. I mean, we are rapidly approaching its release. I can't wait to see this thing. I think the movie world is in high anticipation for this thing. But you know, something really interesting happened. They dropped another kind of behind the scenes thing of it today. And you know, I've been talking on this show for the past week or two about that, I think it was 60 Minutes special they did on it, showing how Christopher Nolan was utilizing 70 millimeter IMAX, the first Hollywood feature film ever shot entirely in IMAX. All the pain in the ass stuff they had to go through to actually shoot with this camera, and how it had to like literally be lugged everywhere they went to try to shoot, and how they literally had this guy sitting in this old school film room, literally snip cutting film and then taping it together to do the edits. Like this old, it blew my mind and made me go, my God, I can't wait to see this thing. Well, they did it again today with this new thing, this new behind the scenes. This is one of the wild shots from it. First, it shows Robert Pattinson going, look, when you're making a movie, base camp is 10 yards away from where you're shooting. And then they bring up this. They're like, this was base camp was a 45-minute hike
I even got fit
to the top of this mountain, and you could see the winding roads going all through there that they had to go up.
Going up to the Rohirrim's camp.
Yes. Yeah. And it's like all this stuff. And they're just talking about how everything in this thing was just like pure practical sets. Like you see, like they literally had to string ropes you could hold to walk to where they're shooting the damn movie. And they talked about all these, that they actually found this literal cave. There's a scene where it's a cave. It's not just the outside of the cave. And then they go to a sound stage to shoot the interior. They actually shot it in this cave. And they're like, no one has ever shot in this cave before. And they like everything about it. They said, we do it so it actually feels authentic to the audience. And like the one actor was saying, when they see me on a boat in the ocean, it's believable because I'm on a boat in the ocean, like shooting this thing. And I'm watching this and it's like, there's two delightful testicles that this massages for me. On the one testicle, it's like the movie itself just looks amazing. And then the gentle cupping of the other testicle is, from a filmmaking perspective, I cannot wait to see how this thing gets put together on the big screen. And like, I'm watching these and I thought to myself, you know how we always say on this show that the job of a trailer is to take your anticipation level for a movie, whether it's high or low, and bump it up a little bit. That's the job of a trailer. And I'm watching these behind the scenes videos that they keep putting out for this. And I'm just thinking to myself, these things are doing a better job than most trailers do for their movies in taking my anticipation level and ramping it up. Watching how Christopher Nolan as an artist is crafting these movies just makes me salivate to want to see the end result on the big screen. So I love this stuff. Rob, you had a chance to take a look at this new behind the scenes thing. What stood out to you about it?
Well, to continue with your analogy, the shaft of verisimilitude that they have achieved with this is, I think, astonishing. You know, John, it reminded me when I was doing the behind the scenes on Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. A lot of that movie was shot on location on both the North and South Island of New Zealand. And we were at a place called like Elephant Rocks, which, like you might think of, has giant rocks that look like elephants. And then we were up at Flock Hill, which is, we had to take an hour drive every morning up from Christchurch up into the mountains where they shot the big battle at the end. And there's nothing that, you can't duplicate that with visual effects, and you can't duplicate it with sound stages. And Christopher Nolan, look, he's the master of verisimilitude. That's what his whole career has been built on that. You know, even when he's using visual effects, he's using giant models and things like that. I mean, yeah, he uses CGI, but he does everything he can in camera to create that feeling of reality. And you can't, I mean, I love the fact that this shot you have up, Jonathan, how it's got that collapsing building. It kind of echoes. There's a shot in Tenet that has an exploding building.
Yes,
kinda
I remember that. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, and you just look at this stuff, and even when we've seen the opening of the Trojan horse being dragged in off the beach. I mean, it's real. I mean, you're looking at it going, they really did bring that horse out there, and now the horse is traveling around the country. I think they're bringing it to different places and putting it up.
How are they managing to do
I
that?
don't know. I think it was at Venice Beach last week or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You know, and I love we live in a world that people are still doing that, and that Christopher Nolan, you know, and that part of the thing he's also doing is that film itself, he shoots on film because it has that, even though you get grain and it feels real. It has that more of a realistic. I love it.
Well, it's also on the 70 millimeter film, the resolution is off the scale. I mean, look, I get it that there are some artists who still want to film on film. It's completely unnecessary. I mean, I think there's a nostalgia. This is the way they used to do it. I honestly, I think it's just to be a pompous artist because there's no reason not to shoot digitally. And yet I watched this stuff of how Nolan is like going to the wall with all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I want to see how this turns out. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Have you had a chance to see some of this behind the scenes stuff that they've been putting out for the
cool.
Odyssey? I cannot highly recommend that 60 Minutes piece of enough, or this one that you can find on Gizmodo and also going around. You had something to add?
Well, I was going to add, you know, these trailers, because there's testimony from both the filmmakers and the actors, don't you feel a sense of camaraderie? Like, I'm watching this going, I want these people to succeed.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's part of it. You get a sense of the people who made these great images at the same time you're seeing these things, and it's different than just a trailer. You know, you feel like I got to jump in for the big win with these guys and girls.
Now, somebody else pointing out Sinners was shot on film. Apparently, it wasn't shot on IMAX 70 millimeter film with a camera the size of your car. I mean, well, it's much smaller now, but you know, that's much more difficult to move around. And I'm just really, really curious to see what the end results are. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. You know, one of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there. And honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why weight loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Anyway, guys, whatever you think about all this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.